How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to Chefing with Shane. Today we're making a delicious chicken curry recipe. I'm excited to try it. This is my first time making curry. I've heard such great things. Lord knows it has a super potent smell, and I bet the flavor is just as good. All right, guys, stick with me and let's make this together. This stainless steel pan, nice and preheated. We're gonna go down with about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil here. We grab our chicken. We're using about 1 pound of chicken breast. And like I said, we're just gonna coat that pan up. I'm gonna go down with that chicken. And we're gonna season this up basically with salt and pepper to taste. Just add a decent amount on there. And then for this part of the recipe, we're gonna go in there with 1 teaspoon of curry powder. So I'm gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon on each side. We're gonna use more curry than this. That will not be the last time we see that. And we're not gonna cook this chicken all the way. We're just gonna cook it a couple minutes on each side, probably about 3 minutes per side. We're gonna take it out because it's gonna finish cooking in the curry. Okay, so I got 1 medium yellow onion here, and we're working to chop this up. Just gonna cut off both ends. I'm just gonna cut this in half quickly and peel it. After we get those onions done, we need to go ahead and mince up 4 garlic cloves. Now that it's been a couple minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and flip that over. We're gonna season up this side. Same thing, salt, pepper. And then that other 1/2 teaspoon of curry powder. All right, another 3 minutes on this side. We're just gonna let it finish up and then we'll start cooking up these onions. All right, guys, this point, chicken is ready to come off. It is not fully cooked yet. Just remember that. Take that out, put that to the back of the stove. Now we're gonna go down with about another tablespoon olive oil. Let that coat the pan. And we're gonna go down there with our 1 medium-sized yellow onion. I diced it up. And we're just gonna let that get nice and fragrant. Make sure you're not cooking it on too high of a temperature because they will burn. You do not wanna burn these onions. And we're looking at about 5 minutes. We wanna make it nice and fragrant. Then we're gonna begin to add in our garlic and our ginger, add a nice flavor base. But there's a lot of flavor down there with all that seasoning that these onions are gonna soak up. All right, guys, this point, it's been about 5 minutes. We're gonna go in there with our garlic. We got 4 cloves minced up, and our onions are becoming nice and fragrant and soft. You see how they're turning that yellow color, and if you look on the pan, all of that delicious flavor has been soaked up. I got this on a medium-low temperature. Give this about a couple minutes. I'm gonna add in this ginger as well. We got 1 tablespoon of ginger going in there. You can use minced, fresh. I honestly just have some minced ginger, like a squeeze bottle. So that's what I use. That's what I use for my teriyaki chicken recipes. Smell is great. For sure, you for sure know when someone's cooking curry. That house always smells. Curry's super potent, and I've never had it honestly ever before, but I've heard great things. And I'm not someone who's very picky. I eat any type of food, so I'm excited. One thing I know, big smell, big flavor. We got about a minute left on this. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some broth, start building up this base. All right, at this point, I have 2 cups of chicken broth and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch that I've whisked into that chicken broth. And we're adding it in here, gonna increase the heat a little bit. And we're gonna let this get up to a boil and then reduce it down at a simmer. Also gonna go in there with 2 teaspoons of sugar. So we're gonna add in that last teaspoon and a half or so of curry powder. It's got a real nice smell, guys. So the sauce has thickened, and that's really what we're looking for. A thickened sauce. It almost becomes like syrupy. And it's probably been a good 15 minutes waiting for that. Now we're gonna throw in 1 cup of frozen peas, as well as we're also just gonna add our chicken back in here. And this is where it's gonna finish its cooking. Thankfully, we're not adding too much more in here because I probably would need a bigger pot, bigger pan. But at this point, we're just gonna cook this basically until the chicken is fully done. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and throw the lid on it. Make sure it's not too high so nothing burns, but it might have another 10, 15 minutes on it. I'm gonna throw the lid on it, let it gently simmer. All right, so I just went ahead and took the 2 chicken breasts out that were a little bit smaller, and I cut this one open and I temped it, and it's at like 135, so it's got a little bit of time left on it, but the other ones were done, so I didn't want those to be overcooked. So I took those out, and we'll add those back in when this one's done cooking, and then we're just getting ready to serve that up. I got some rice in a pot, but honestly, guys, rice ain't nothing more than water and rice, so I'm not even gonna bother showing you guys that. At this point, I got a 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt going in there, and it's gonna be used to kind of thicken this up even more. I took out that last piece of chicken just because it was done, and I cut all the chicken up. And so I also figured it'd be easier to mix up that yogurt in here without the chicken. I'm gonna give that a second. We're also gonna go in there with about just a handful of cilantro, fresh cut cilantro. Mix that in there. Now we're just gonna add that chicken back in. Add that chicken back in, mix that together. And now we're just gonna enjoy this over some rice. There is just a lot going on there. There's cilantro, onions, garlic, chicken, ginger, peas. There's just a lot of texture there. It's more than just like a gravy. It is a thick, almost a goulash. All right, guys, it's done. Take a look at that. Absolutely delicious. Smells delicious too. You get a lot of that. It just kind of smells like ginger and turmeric. You know, it's got that curry smell to it, but you definitely get a lot of that ginger. And it's, like I said, super thick. See, I made that rice. I didn't lie to you guys. And you get a little bit of cilantro too. Let's try it out. Oh, wow. Another bite. Honestly, super rich in flavor, and I already knew that was going to be the case because you just smell it. Everyone will say maybe they haven't had curry, they've definitely smelled it. Super potent smell, and honestly, tastes like it smells. Big ginger flavor. You don't really get much from that garlic or onions. Big ginger flavor, and then you get that texture from that chicken. And it's honestly super delicious, and it doesn't seem too like overpowering. Nice sweetness to it, great flavor. And guys, I honestly hope you guys try this out. Super cheap to make. I mean, all you need is curry powder and the broth, and then obviously you need a couple veggies and stuff, but it's really not too expensive. A lot of stuff you probably already have at your house. And so don't forget, guys, check out some of my other videos, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.